I can't lie to you.
Yeah.
Put my hands up. Take back my Bari slam. I take it back. I like this match a lot. I'm a trust buster. I'm a trust buster. I said it. I'm a trust buster. I can't lie. Yeah. What it do? The It Boys in the building tonight. Oh, what a feeling. I'm feeling live. You ain't even got to get your purses out. Come on, man. It's the It Boys, Industry Takers. Your boy Delboy here. I'm here with my co-host, Young Sasuke.
Young
Jem.
Wolf.
Young Jem.
Yeah.
Good?
Yeah, I'm here, man. How are you?
I'm all right, my bro. I'm all right, man. Another week. We're on episode 3. The Indy Takers, man. It feels good, man. I can't lie to you.
It was good. Yeah, no, trust. Soon hit episode 10.
Trust me, man. It's been lit, man. But let's get right down to business.
Yes, sir.
Let's quickly talk about MLW.
Ooh.
We have new tag team champions.
Yeah, man.
Samoan SWAT team. They English. They defeated I don't know what they're calling themselves. Calvin Tankman and EJ. The judge
Hustle
and
Power.
Power. Yes. Finally got new tag team champs. Yeah, I mean the match was not bad.
Wasn't bad. It weren't amazing.
Yeah.
It makes sense, really. I feel like MLW is kind of going back to the. I feel like they've just seen what's happening in WWE in it, and just like, yeah, we need to kind of have our own story of that, pretty much. The signs kind of started last week when, what's his face now? World title.
Oh, Hammerstone.
The other guy he's
Fatu.
facing. Fatu, yeah. When he turned around and said, I am the bloodline, I said, eh? I was a bit like, he's him. Don't get me wrong, he's him. I love Fatu, but I said, eh? And then obviously now these two winning the tag team championships, I do feel like Hammerstone's gonna probably lose the belt. I mean, it's making sense. Yeah, he has to, bro. I'm sick of it.
His reign has been dead, and I'm sure he's probably only had maybe 2 or 3 defenses, and it's just, I don't know, man. It's giving me like Hulk Hogan vibes. He's just there to flex his muscles, and I don't know. I just feel like since he became world title champion, like he hasn't been having the matches that he's been having, like when he was the open weight champion. He had some sick matches as open weight champion, but him now, I'm just like, I don't know, man, I'm not really invested, man.
It's like the belt's removed his XP.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. This is, I don't know. Yeah. This is a different DLC. I'm not used to this. This is the one that's not been patched. Or it's been overpatched, and they took out all his moves. It's been a lot, man. But even speaking about Fatu and Hammerstone, they had the contract signing this week.
Yeah.
Next week we're gonna be finally getting the match. The match, I mean, for the most part, I'm sure the match should be good. Should be a good match, should be a decent match. I'm sure we're probably going to get the visual at the end of the show. Like you said, Bloodline-esque. Fatu's going to hold the belt up. And the rest of the Samoan SWAT team, they're going to... And what mad this thing is, one of the members in Samoan SWAT team, Juicy for now, he's not even related to them.
Is he not?
He's from Tonga.
Oh.
He's not even officially part of the family. He's just... He's like... I'm sure he's probably like... You know the ones like in black families where they've got... my mom and your mom are friends, so we're cousins basically. Yeah, I'm sure he's basically their adopted cousin at this point. But I mean, listen, agenda over facts, man. Let's fucking run it, man. Let's get the MLW bloodline.
Facts, man.
I'm for it.
I'm for it. Yeah.
What else happened in the show? I mean, the show.
Hammerstone said something quite personal, though, didn't he? Said something about like he doesn't care about Fatu's family. And his legacy and all of that. I said, yeah, cool, because next week. Cool.
You're gonna have to care.
You're gonna have to.
you're gonna have to care, boy, because Afar, Samu, Rikishi, The Rock, all of them combined, they're gonna do one spirit bomb, man. Listen, that moonsault that he's gonna feel next week, it's long. Like the whole Samoan heritage is. He's gonna feel
heritage is in the pause, but yeah,
the whole Samoan heritage is in that moonsault because boy, it's long for him, man. But I mean, yeah, he's got other things he can focus on, man. I don't know. Maybe go back for that open weight title. I don't know, but yeah, it should be interesting. I know the show started off with Mance Warner versus Ricky Shane Page in a hardcore match or no DQ match.
I kind of enjoyed it,
It wasn't bad.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad.
What's his name? What do they call him now on MLW? Real
Oh,
One.
Real One.
He was giving me jokes on commentary.
Listen, Enzo is entertaining as fuck. I'll give him that.
So entertaining, man.
He's entertaining, and his MLW run, like what he's been doing, like the last few months, I can't lie to you, is fucking entertaining, man. Big him up, man. Like it's just, I don't know. Yeah, no, honestly, bro, and it just goes to show that you don't necessarily have to be the most skilled in ring, but if you've got the gift of the gab and you can talk your way out of shit, and his promos, he's cutting good promos, and it's like, bro, even some of the stuff that he was saying when he was feuding Fatu maybe a few months ago, like I'm just thinking, how the fuck does this guy come up with this shit?
Yeah.
How the fuck how does he come up with it? So, yeah, man. What other matches do you have? Are there any other matches that you feel are worthy of speaking about?
Not really. I mean, Lindsay Dorado's now
that match was good.
It was really good.
That match.
He's a bit over, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like he came out and the whole place kind of erupted. I said, yeah, he's him. And something I wanted to talk about as well is I see little sparks of Lucha Underground in MLW. And I think for me, if anyone ever comes across this from MLW, I feel like you either have to fully go for it or stop it. Like with the cinematic backstage segments and like the lucha kind of side of it and what they're doing with that. Like if you're going to go full force with like bringing Lucha Underground into MLW, then just do it. Like go full force, like up the production. You're on a TV station now. Like you've got money, they're giving you budget. Like get some 8K cameras if you need to. Go in or just remove it and let MLW be MLW.
I felt like ever since they introduced the whole MLW Underground or Lucha Azteca as they call it, it has been, I mean, for the most part during lockdown, MLW was good, and as time went on, I started to realize there's a dwindle in terms of like the consistency in terms of the programming. Like you said, it's very much like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. They want to have the Lucha Underground-esque side of things where they're like, it's mad weird to me. I'll be real. Let me know. Let me just call it space. Let me not even use English shit. It's mad weird sometimes, and it disrupts the flow of the programming because it's like on one side you've got a show where it's going to be full of like bangers, full of matches, but then you're trying to intertwine like the Lucha Underground-esque side of things into it, and some of the backstage segments aren't really hitting like that. So like it's very like convoluted. It seems like a lot is going on a lot of the times. And when they did say they're going to bring it back years ago, I thought, okay, cool, this should be interesting. Like, let's see where this goes. As time goes on, it's very much a thing of like, I really don't know what's going on. I'll be real.
Yeah, no, for real.
You know what I mean? But I mean, now that they're on TV, like you said, hopefully there should be some sort of like change in terms of like maybe they have like a separate programming for like Lucha Underground, Lucha Azteca stuff. And then they keep like the MLW side of things to itself because I mean, I feel like it's still got a lot of promise. Like they've got a lot of talent. They've got a lot of partnerships with the likes of like Dragon Gates and like Mexican promotions like Crash. So it's just a means of like the writing just needs to be done well. That's the truth. If they write well and they allow programs to flow the way they should program, flow. English is fucking...
No, do you know what, bro? We're tired. It's all right, man.
If they allow shit to just flow the way it should flow, then, I mean, I don't see why it can't work. But let's be real, we're never going to beat the original Lucha Underground.
Never.
We're never going to beat it.
That show was so amazing. And I feel like in some ways it was probably ahead of its time.
Oh,
because
absolutely.
Then you saw WWE try and do like the cinematic style of wrestling. Obviously, circumstances forced them to in lockdown. But I look back now and I'm like, Lucha just had it there and then. And if they were stupid and just didn't blow the budget, I wonder what Lucha Underground would have been like today and you know, wars with Ring of Honor, AEW. Where would the roster be? Like, would Ray Phoenix and Pentagon Jr. actually be in AEW, or would they still be in Lucha Underground? It's interesting, like when I think about Lucha, but yeah, I get what you're saying. I agree.
I'm looking for. Yeah. I mean, am I looking forward to what comes with Lucha Azteca? I'm not. I don't really care at this point. In terms of MLW, I'm just intrigued to kind of see where it goes moving forward.
Yeah.
They've got a great roster, so
Mm-hmm.
hopefully they're able to kind of like make things flow now that they're on TV. Because I'm sure, because a lot of the times they backlog a lot of their shows, so they record it within maybe like a few months, and then
Mm-hmm.
they just offload it because of their shows. So we'll see what happens, man.
Yeah, man.
Um, let's quickly take a trip to the Ring of Honor. We had U-Man's champion Claudio versus Willie Mack. That was a good match.
Wait, who's you, man? Because
I mean, whoever's repping BCC, that's U-Man's champion. That's not my champion. But we had Claudio versus Willie Mack in a what they now call a proving ground match. Where I mean, I don't like the title. I think the title sucks. It absolutely sucks.
Stupid.
But it's a match where similar to AEW's eliminator style match, where if you beat the champion or if you stay within if you beat the 10-minute time limit, then you get a world title shot. I'll be real. I'm not too sure how I feel, or this match aside, I don't know how I feel about like proving ground matches or eliminator matches.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it because I feel like it eliminates the aspect of having a number one contender trying to, or especially if you've got a show that has rankings and stuff, like to me just doesn't make any sense. Like you could have someone at the bottom of the rankings go up against Claudio and then have a proving grounds match, last the 10 minutes, and then you've got someone who's at the bottom fighting for a world championship. Like I see where they're coming from, like trying to give as many superstars an opportunity at the world title as possible, but at the same time, I don't like the fact that like, especially like Ring of Honor and AEW and places that like focus heavily on rankings, and wins and losses and stuff like that, just doesn't make sense to me.
I mean, on my end, I'm not necessarily fussed on like that. I think for me, it's just more so. For me, I just look at it as like another match that whoever's facing the champion is not going to lose. This is just
True.
this is just a means for the champion to stat pad. That's literally, bro. That's literally it.
True. It's true.
It's literally a chance for the champion to like in AEW's existence. I feel like there's only been one person who has lost an eliminator match, and that was Thunder Rosa against Yamashita in TJPW. And then they went on to have the match in AEW for the women's title. Terrible match. Yeah, it sucked. But if we're gonna be having eliminator matches, then maybe like you're saying, allow wrestlers to kind of like prove that they deserve to have these eliminator matches. Don't just throw these matches together for the sake of, oh, it's going to be a banger, so let's just put them together. Let's see if this wrestler can prove or cut that shit out.
No, I hear
cut that shit out. Because then we're getting, for the most part, we're getting a very good match anyways. But at the same time, it's like another aimless match.
Yeah.
All it is just going towards, yeah, I've defeated this person. They couldn't beat me in an eliminator match, so they're not worthy of the title. When really and truly, I don't think that's how it should be. Like, there should be more intertwining stories in terms of like how this person got eliminated a match. Maybe promos saying why this person got, like, it's just, I don't know, man. A lot of these eliminator matches and proven grounds matches, as they're calling it, seems to be a bit thrown together. That's not knocking any knock on this. So that's not any knock on this match, because this match was a good match. I enjoyed this match.
Very good. That ending was disgusting, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I'm not a Claudio person in it right now, but that uppercut, yeah. I felt that one.
Yeah. And I mean, if it's anybody's first time watching Willie Mack, what a showing.
Facts.
What an absolute showing.
He's been him though.
He's been special, man. He's been special. And it's like, it's crazy for someone of his size and stature. He shouldn't be able to move the way he moves.
Facts.
He shouldn't be able to move the way he moves.
He shouldn't
make any sense. And I'm just happy that there are platforms like the Ring of Honors that are able to kind of like showcase talent like this. It's just a means of, okay, cool. What happens moving forward?
Yeah.
Is this someone that's going to be a mainstay on the roster? Or is this
I was just going to ask that.
Is this just another match where it's just like, yeah, it's a good match, it's a good showing, but it's just here to kind of like, again, stat pad for Claudio and,
Yeah, I will be quite disappointed if us, we see him this week and then we don't see him for another 2 months. Like that's just going to be like a bit of a letdown because he does suit what Ring of Honor is trying to do. He does suit
Yeah,
the mold that they're making. And yeah, I mean, we talk about it all the time, but if you want someone that can just consistently put on bangers, Matt can do it.
yeah,
Like, and then like easily. And like you said, I look at him and I'm just like, are your bones like made of like liquid? Like, what do you do to be so fluid and so calm in the ring
yeah.
for your size? Because a lot of guys, like, as soon as they go to the top rope or anything like that, they must panic in it because they don't know if they're actually going to be able to do what they need to do consistently. But with him, it's just easy, bro. Like, I see bro moving in the ring. I'm just like, yeah, like this is just natural to you. So shout out to Mac, man, for real.
Then we had we're not going to go through all the matches, but we had Mike
Mm-mm.
Bennett versus Dante Martin. That's I'm gonna have to on the microphone. What type of music is this? Oh God, the microphone! Baby!
Hey, Mike Bennett, it's him. I can't lie, man.
Bro, this match is cold, man. I'm so sorry.
Mm,
It's not yet the match of the night, but it's probably a close second.
Mike Bennett is him. Just him. Like he's that guy for me. Shout out to Dante Martin, of course. He's cold as well, but
Yeah,
see Mike Bennett. That's my guy, man. They
I'm not gonna lie to you.
him.
I feel like I'm the only person that doesn't like that frog splash that Dante done. He done the full legs. I hate that.
I loved it.
I hate that move, man. I'm so sorry. It reminds me of Grayson Waller. No, I can't stand that.
You don't like Grayson Waller?
Nah, man.
We're not here to talk about the E, so we'll move on.
I don't like his wrestling gear pisses me off. I hate people that wear boxing shorts. The rest pisses me off. Wear Muay Thai shorts or something.
Someone said that the frog splash was also a reminder of Leon Slater as well.
But I've seen Leon do that as well. I think I've seen Leon do that. Yeah. But it was a good match.
I loved it. Yeah.
Good match. That power driver on the ramp. Crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Next match though, our guy Blake Christian, one of the Ring of Honor pillars.
Yeah. Blake Christian, Grand Metalik versus Ari Davari, Sting J. I can't lie to you.
Yeah.
Put my hands up. Take back my Davari slam. I take it back. I like this match a lot. I'll be real. Listen, I'm a trust buster. I'm a trust buster. I said it. I'm a trust buster. I can't lie. I enjoy this match a lot. I'll be real. I think this match is really good. I think Metalik and Blake Christian, they work very well together. Blake Christian shouldn't do the things he should be doing. Slim J does not look like someone that's been wrestling.
That's why I'm laughing because
how did
you do a whole 360?
Hey, listen. Sometimes niggas trick us and then sometimes they prove me wrong. So listen. But the thing is, it's not like I always said that Ari Davari was bad. What it is, it's like when he's having his matches and the matches are like they're good matches, I'll salute. It's when you're doing the over comedic shtick and you're trying to be annoying, and that's when I'm just like, hey yo, I can't lie to you. I'm putting my hands up. I don't want to listen to this, innit? But this match was good. I enjoyed it.
It was very good. Very, very good.
But my only critique is we need more from Metalik in terms of character.
Oh, 100%. That's basically what I was talking about last week. Like the whole King of the Ropes thing or whatever they call him. It's not enough.
Yeah, because let's be real. There was at one point when I think Blake Christian must have been on the like one of the mid ropes in the corner, and he's jumped up and then done like the foot stomp.
Yes, yeah.
And then I think it must have been Caprice that must have said, they're both, let's call them the kings of the rope. I was thinking, so there's nothing that makes I love Grand Metalik, but there's nothing that really makes you remotely special and calling yourself the king of the rope when, let's be real, if we were to put on AAA or CML, there's a lot of man doing the same thing. Maybe not to your smoothness and to your, but there's a lot of man that can do what you're doing. Do you know what I mean? So 100%. There needs to be a bit more. But it was good to hear him speak this week as well. I don't think I've ever heard him speak before. So it was good to hear from him a bit. And then obviously they're going to be teaming up with AR Fox next week to take on Trustbusters.
That should be a good match.
And even speaking still about Trustbusters, we had Eddie Kingston versus Jeeves K. This was a decent match. I mean, we already know who's going to win. Jeeves has a great frog splash.
He does, yeah.
Great frog splash. There was one point where he think Eddie must have threw Jeeves into the barricade where Claudio was sitting. Claudio spilled coffee all over himself. Everybody knows how much Claudio loves coffee. I don't know. There's something about Claudio. As much as I love him, I hate him, but I love him. But I don't know, man. It's just like, wouldn't you be a bit more angry if someone
angry, isn't it?
But you just walk off because
he walked off, bro. It's not making sense.
It doesn't make sense. And there was one camera angle where, whilst they were outside, and then Claudio was like hilarious, and then like the cameraman just like turns to the right, you just see Jeeves come in with a suicide dive. That was
cold cameraman. Yeah, I did enjoy this match. I mean, this Eddie Kingston rivalry and Cesaro rivalry, or Claudio, should I say? Sorry. I'm still not there.
It's meaty, man. Let's be real, it's meaty.
Yeah, I'm not there yet.
I'm not there for it, man. It's meaty, very, very meaty. We had the Fina versus Hyan. Big shouts to Hyan, friend of the show. Another proven ground match.
Mm-hmm.
It was good.
I liked it.
Fina won. She then called out Sakazaki, who's currently, I think she just lost her belt in Stardom. No, TJPW, sorry. I think she just lost her title. So now she's free to now come and face Fina at Supercard of Honor. So yeah, I like Fina.
I like her. I really like. I think she's really diving into this heel role with everything. Like, she's not going half-assed about it. This is maybe, well, in real life she seems like a very lovely woman, innit?
Yeah.
But maybe there's always that side of everyone in life that just sometimes wants to break out and just tell everyone to fuck off, basically. And that's what I think she's at with her character, bro. Like, she's been a face everywhere. She's been a baby face, like trying to please the crowd and everything. So I feel like now she's kind of just in this role, just enjoying the fact that she can slow her matches down. She doesn't have to be as over cheesy as she used to be. And she's really putting on some really good matches, like, consistently now, which is nice to see. And yeah, I mean, if you thought she tricked us, not you specifically, but anyone watching, if you think she tricked us, then getting proven wrong, boy.
What other matches do we have on Ring of Honor? We had the return of Silas Young against Marcus Cross.
I'm here for Silas Young.
I'm here for Silas Young. He looks the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I think someone, I can't remember who said it on commentary. They said he looks like a cross between Magda and Jake the Snake Roberts. And yeah, man, yeah, it was a good match. He done a promo. I'm not gonna lie to you. He low-key tricked me because this is his first match back in Ring of Honor. And the crowd were behind him. It wasn't really dirt. Like, he played it very cool in the match. I just assumed that, he's gonna probably cut a good promo. I had a feeling it was something to do with the TV title. But I thought it's gonna be something along those lines of like, oh yeah, I'm happy to be back. In 2 years since I've been in Ring of Honor. And just speaking about the TV title division, he went Silas Young on us. I'm the last real man. I'm the greatest.
I loved it.
And I was like, you know what? I'm here for it because this is what we need. We need to be able to have clear-cut division. And what the issue I'm having with the world title is that it just seems to be one person chasing it. Why is there no other wrestler in the back saying, what makes you so, like, you've just come here. You took your ball and ran away from AEW. What makes you think you can just come here and skip the line? There's other wrestlers within the Ring of Honor roster who probably have more claim to the title than Eddie.
Mark being one of them.
Yeah. There's plenty of wrestlers that I feel like are ahead of Eddie in terms of like the pecking order for the world title. But I don't know. For me, that's my only gripe. It just seems like one person is so focused on the world title, whereas other people, they've got other things like that. And it should be balanced between each. There should be maybe feuds of like, why is Eddie fighting for the title? I deserve it more than he does. Then they get into a feud. Like,
I hear you. No, I'm with you.
But then Shane Taylor came out. Nearly forgot that. Shane Taylor came out. And
that match next week, boy.
That's gonna be a bang up this year, real
for sure.
We also had the 6-man tag championship. The Embassy versus Dalton Castle. The Embassy won. It was a good match.
I was shocked by the ending.
I didn't think the Embassy would win.
Neither did I. I was very shocked.
I don't think Embassy will win, especially with the news about Brian Cage wanting to leave. He's not going to renew his contract. I don't know the contract is expiring.
Mm.
Scotland and the boys are fucking over, man.
I don't get it though.
They're fucking over.
I'm not here for it, but
Oh, you're not feeling them?
nah, man.
Really?
I just look at it, I just can't be bothered, man. Like something's just something I just don't connect with it. I don't know what it is. But yeah, I was pleasantly surprised by the outcome, Embassy winning. But there was one bit, yeah, where they were taunting in it, and Brian Cage looked at the camera and it went like this. He did something, and the camera went real up close in it. I looked at his face. I said, "Nah, he's not making out the hood. Like he's not going to the E." He ain't going to the E, man. They ain't taking him. Like he's probably re-signed and no one knows because that outcome didn't. Or maybe Tony Khan's trying to trick us and play off it, thinking, oh yeah, they're gonna lose the belts because Brian Cage is leaving, but at the same time, I'm gonna play out until we get to Supercard of Honor and then
that's probably the case. Yeah,
make the move there.
Yeah, no, that's fair. We had Madison Rayne versus Trisha Dora, decent match. Yeah, that's all I can really say on it. Trisha Dora won. I do like the fact that they're kind of like building the women's division.
Yeah,
we can kind of already see where people kind of are placed within the division. So got Madison Rayne, who's looked at as the veteran, Trisha Dora, who's climbing the ranks. Got people like Willow, who's also climbing the rank. My only fear and my only hope is that Tony is locking people down to contract.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
because we need we need people to be signed. We honestly need people to be signed
exclusively to Ring of Honor. Like no AEW crossover business. Like they are Ring of Honor through and through. Yeah, I hear it.
Then we had a fun match with the Outrunners versus Matt Sydal and Christopher Daniels.
Decent match.
I like the Outrunners, I can't lie to you. Their gimmick is cold. Their gimmick is cold. I can't lie. I'm a big fan of like throwbacks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, same.
I like when people are able to kind of like stand out because they have this old school edge to them. That's why I love FTR so much.
Yeah.
When you're able to kind of come in and you look like you're straight from the 80s, you kind of had that flair to you. I'm invested. So I'm a fan of the Outrunners, but we all knew they were going to lose. It was a good job. Matt Sydal and Christopher Daniels won.
I like the tag team division.
Tag team division.
They're building a very, very nice division.
Tag team division is shaping up to be something. We had Aussie Open come and cut a nice promo. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the match. Matt Sydal and Daniels versus Aussie Open.
Could be a banger.
Then we had the match of the night.
The banger.
What type of music is this, baby? Banger Pedizio, baby.
Hey, I can't lie to you.
Wheeler Utah.
These man showed that. I'm very critical of Wheeler. For me, I still feel like he's one of the worst pure champions, but I can't lie. He's slowly proving me wrong. I can't lie to you. Like this match here, him and Clark Connors have amazing chemistry.
Facts. It's like he heard us last week and was like, "Oh, you lot weren't convinced. You weren't really, really, really convinced." All right, cool. Watch this week. Them two went off, man. Deserved the main event slot. Building that prestige of the pure championship as well, which I'm here for. I just wonder what he's gonna do moving forward. Really, like who's like gonna be the guy to take the title off him.
The thing is, I don't know because it's weird. I don't necessarily see him beating. Well, at the end, he called out Katsuyori Shibata.
Yeah,
I don't necessarily see him beating Shibata, but I don't see Shibata with the belt.
No, that's why I skipped over it because that match there to me is just going to be a match to kind of, I think, solidify Yuta as one of the best in the business. I think Shibata wouldn't mind putting someone over like you over. Like I feel like he'll be perfectly fine with it. It's just like you can't build up Yuta too much because then it's like who beats him. I look at that roster and I'm just like, I don't see who beats you on this roster right now, personally.
I mean, I think what my issue is Um, Tony Khan is booking Ring of Honor like AEW. I
Do you
do
think?
not 100%. It's the same style in terms of eliminator matches, titles being defended nearly every week or every 2 weeks. I don't think that should like we spoke about the tag team division, we spoke about the women's division shaping up. There has to be a pure division. We're purely only seeing pure matches, no pun intended, through Wheeler, and that has never ever been the case. When Jonathan Gresham brought back the pure title, there was pure matches, maybe like maybe two pure matches every show on Ring of Honor, because there were people gunning for this title. There were people proving themselves not just by facing the champion, but by facing other people that have the same intention of wanting to be pure champions. And I think that's my gripe. When I'm watching Ring of Honor every week, I'm enjoying it, but it's like I'm watching an indie version of AEW. It doesn't feel like I'm watching Ring of Honor. Maybe that's my problem. Maybe I'm looking too deep into it, but at the same time, it's like I don't want to watch title matches every week, if I'm being very honest. Because I feel like there's other people on the roster that should be wrestling. Really, you shouldn't be wrestling every week. You shouldn't be defending the title every week. Because at that point, it just looks like you're just trying to stat pad, and yes, of course there's bangers, but you're just trying to get this person to have this many defenses under their belt. And at some point, it looks like you're just trying to do erasure of Ring of Honor history. Because one, Willie Ute as a 2-time pure champion, it's not a problem. His first title rate sucked. Right now, he's cooking a little bit now. And two, he's probably had the most defenses. But that shouldn't necessarily be the case. Like, I don't feel as a champion you should be defending your title every single week, unless it's something like a open, like a TV title, or like a TNT title, or Atlantic title. A title like a pure championship. People need to be able to work for that belt. Like, it's all well and good taking out open challenges. Like, I'm excited to see the Clark Collins and the Timothy Thatchers. I love it. I'm here for it. But at the same time, outside of these people, there are pure technical wrestlers that are out there willing to prove to themselves every week. There should be a clear-cut division. That's my only gripe. Tony Khan is
in this division, would you have pure rules for those matches? Like, so let's just say it's two people.
Yeah, that's how it was before.
Okay,
literally,
cool.
if you're in the division, every match we're having, it will be under pure rules.
Oh, that's sick. Yeah, I'm here for it.
Bro, even during like they had pure tag team rules. Like,
is it?
Yeah, like so a few like before Ring of Honor got shut down before we rebought, they were doing like this faction war. It was like the Foundation versus Violence Unlimited versus LFI. It was so many different back and forths, and then the Foundation will have like challenge people in pure tag team matches where it's pure rules, but just under tag team. Like, bro, Tony Khan just needs to go back to the archives, man. Like, you don't have to book this. Like, you're booking it exactly the way you're booking AEW Dark or Rampage or Dynamite. Like, we're just getting a bit more wrestling. That's about it, and less promo stuff.
And my gripe as well with Ring of Honor right now is I just wish there was more storytelling in terms of like environments, like backstage. Like right now, it's just like very much interviews. Maybe that's how they used to do it back in the day. Fair enough, but I would like more story angles to flesh out. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to just always be in the interview area asking questions. Like, questions can only get you so far. Like, sometimes we need to see something else evolve.
Like, even if it's just like mainly like just talking segments of people just coming to the ring and speaking. It doesn't necessarily have to be segments of just after matches or just before. Like, switch it up a little bit. Like, the whole backstage area thing is getting a bit like, I know it's only been 3 weeks, but at the same time, it's getting a bit repetitive, and it's getting a bit too much, man. So let's try and switch it up. Yeah, that was pretty much Ring of Honor. Anything you want to touch on the Impact? We've got a few minutes left.
They need to get rid of this stupid zombie character, but otherwise, I'm good. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, no, I hear it. We had GCW, Eye for an Eye, a couple decent matches. I will mainly speak about Masha Slamovich versus MDK. Oh, fucking day. Nick Gage. He lost the GCW World title. It was a decent match. She choked him out, passed out.
Mm.
The uproar for her winning was absolutely crazy, absolutely nuts.
Is she over like that?
Yeah, no, she's over, man. I'm maybe wrong. She might be the first woman to win the GCW World Title. Please, nobody quote me. I'm not an expert.
Yeah,
I watch.
that show there.
I watch GCW sparingly when I know the matches are going to be good. But there was a few decent matches. What else? The finals for the New Japan Cup. We've got Sanada versus David Finlay, which should be interesting. A lot of people. I don't think Sanada's part of LIJ anymore. He's part of five five guys.
Mm.
Part of Tai Chi. Tai Chi. I don't know how to find the name, but he's part of five guys now.
Yeah, calm.
Remember.
Have you been enjoying the New Japan Cup?
Be watching sparingly. The match with
Same.
I'll be watching sparingly. There's been a few decent matches. I'll need to run it back again. We watch it today whilst I'm doing playing 2K. Yeah. What else? For any Noah fans, Give Me is no longer the champion. Lost to Jake Lee. Well deserved.
So tough.
Well deserved. But Noah fans, we eating. We're gonna get Jake Lee versus Nakajima. Happy about that. Kenta Miyahara, he came down, showed that the parents. So yeah, man. Where Japan, they're cooking at the moment, man. We spoke about earlier what's next for Kiyomiya before we even recorded. Yeah, he's got to go to New Japan.
New Japan, yeah.
Even if it's just like start off in the G1 climax. I feel that person, he should be the one to beat Okada.
Yeah, he's next in line.
I think he should be the one to beat Okada because I've like Okada beat him last time when he wrestled at Noah. A lot of people were saying, yeah, he needs to get his win back in a G1 climax. I'm just like, champions lose all the time in G1 climax. It means nothing. Like Okada needs to lose and it has to hurt him.
Yeah. And that's the big thing.
And the only way that Okada can lose and be truly hurt is if he loses the world title.
When he's hurt, do you want him to turn heel?
I mean, I don't know. I don't really care whether he turns heel or not. I'm not really fast. I just feel like New Japan just needs to kind of like have a switch of the old guard, man. Like I feel like even if the New Japan Cup, I'm praying that David Finlay wins because we need something new.
Facts.
I'm praying we get something new. Yeah, man.
It's pretty much it, innit?
Pretty much it. Let's quickly do match recommendations for this week. The matchups.
My one's cheating, yeah.
Go ahead, man.
My one's cheating because it's an AEW match, but it's from Forbidden Door. So, well, it's not from Forbidden Door actually. So my one is gonna be Shibata and Orange Cassidy. Are you with that?
I'm with that.
Okay, cool. Just making sure because it's an AEW match. It's not really from an.
No, I can.
Cool.
I'm gonna. Well, now he's the world champion. I'm gonna recommend the Jake Lee match. Jake Lee versus Kenta Miyahara. I think this might have been 2019 Crown. Basically, All Japan's version of G1 Climax. I think it's the Carnival Crown, something like that along those lines. Yeah, dope match. I think it goes about 30-40 minutes.
Cool.
Amazing match, man. Yeah,
I wanted to check that one.
It's been a brief episode, but we'll be back next week every Sunday. You know the vibes. It's been your boy Delboy.
Been your boy Young Wolf, and we'll be more awake because we're both shattered right now. Life has been lifing, but we're good.
It boys in the building.
Boys.
See you guys soon.